Hi there folks, it's Handmade by Shirley here. Welcome back to my channel, and thank you to my new subscribers. Really do appreciate it. I'm trying to build up my channel, so share away as much as possible, and I want to see if I can get to 150 subscribers and then see where I go from there. So thanks anyway, and welcome back. As I say, I'm going to make this wee Choir of Snowmen, I called it, a card today. This isn't actually made into a card, I've just popped it onto here. It's actually not stuck down, but I made this little Choir of Snowmen, and I was going to finish it off with some musical notes just so it looks like they're singing. That's what I wanted to capture here. So I did this by masking. So I stamped these 4, and then I made small little masks that I popped over the top of each one as I stamped in between, just so to make sure it wouldn't go over onto the other already stamped snowman that was there. So this is a really easy way and effective way of doing that, but I really didn't probably need these stamps, but it did go over a bit, so I'll show you again. So that's my pieces. So you could use, I've just used wee bits of sticky to make my masks. That's not true. I have not used wee bits of sticky. I've just used wee bits of paper. They're not sticky at all. And I found I didn't need to do that, but some people I know make them with post-it notes. Do whatever is your way of doing it to get that result. And if you've not done it before, well, just watch me. So I've got a card base of 7 by 4, so it's a slightly different size, and then I've got a blue piece this time instead of white of 6 3/4 by 3 3/4. So instead of doing it onto white card, this is a piece of blue, light blue from Carnation Crafts. I thought I might try and do it onto the blue and see how it works. And I can still do the blending around it and add other wee bits and bobs. So we'll get started. So I've already put my stamp on to a block, and this is a Stampin'Up set I had in my stash called Snowman Season, and I'm using this snowman here. There are 3, so if you had this particular set you could use any of them. So I'm just going to use that one because I liked it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, this time last time I seemed to use green on it for some reason. I'm not sure why I did that. I just kind of went ahead and did it. So this time I've got a Versa Clair Paradise colour, which is a pigment ink, and these can be used for stamping. And I thought I might try doing it with this colour instead. So I just inked up my snowman like that. Now I don't really want the trees when it comes to doing the masking, but I'll show you how I got rid of them. So all I did was I took my snowman and I just went along the bottom stamping like that, and you'll see what a nice stamp it is in itself. And I'll do another one. I'll just make it join up like that. So you're going to get a wee row of snowmen like that. And am I going to get another one in? Hope so. Yep, I think just So that's our first row of snowmen. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe that back with a wipe, and then I'm going to get put my masks onto my snowman, because I want to put a snowman in the middle. I might put one nearer here and make more snowmen at the back than just the 3 I did. So I'm going to mask off all the snowmen at the front, because I've got four masks I can do that with, like that. And as I say, if you wanted to do something similar to this masking, if you want to stick them down, you can with very low tack tape of some description, you can. I'm just going to have a wee glug of my coffee, because excuse me, it will be cold. So what I did this time was I inked up my stamp again, like so, and I don't want, my finger, I don't want this little tree, so wipe that away, and I don't want this bit, so just wipe that away as well. Okay, but I do want the rest of it. So I thought, I might put this one here, a wee bit nearer this time, in between. So, and there we go, and you can see these have stuck to the side, but that's fine because I can use them again. And you can see that because you've covered over these ones, if you hadn't covered over, you possibly would have got something on these snowmen. So that's the reason for the mask. So pop that down again, and I'll just do it again. Oh, I'm not going to get far doing that, am I? So just wipe these pieces away again, and then I might come down a wee bit further. I'll go in a bit to this one, and just, so it just creates a kind of group of snowmen, which I think this looks really good. So you can see there I went slightly further over. So if I hadn't had this mask on here, this part here where the line's gone would have gone over him, and it wouldn't have looked very nice. So I want to do another one here, so I need to keep this one on. Take that off just now, and I can just ink up again. Try not to ink myself. Wipe away the little tree and that wee bit at the side that I don't want. And then I want to put this one down a bit further here as well. There we go. And there's another one. So that's how you create that. And if I wanted to put one at the back, I could, at the back of here. So if I wanted to put, for instance, one behind, as if he were behind this one, we just do the same thing. So make sure that's completely covered, and I want to just put him. So I would have to put 2 masks onto these ones as well, just in case it goes on to them, if you don't want that. And you can use the masks for all the snowmen, because obviously they're all the same image. There we go, and then I think I can go for that. And then it looks like he's behind them, and you've not got any more extra stampings over. I I might pop another one behind this one as well. So that's how you do it, and it's a really good, once you learn this effect, this technique, how to do it. And you can do lots of stamped images. It doesn't have to be snowmen, it can be anything, but to make it look like one is behind the other, or in, you know, that really is good. So I'll do one more. Oh, I need to get one on here as well. What am I doing? So one on there. One on here. And I've got one there. Just budge him along a bit. And then I'm going to pop him there. And that just will make a choir of snowmen. Wow. Right, I think that's enough snowmen. I've got an abundance. So that is the technique. That's what you would do. I might come on and do something else after. Not snowmen, I might come on and do something else. So, done that. So the next thing I did on this one was colour it in, and I added some glitter paint as well. And I did add some glossy accents to it, just to give, you can just see it there. Some of the noses have glossy accents and the buttons, and I did some of the snow in the background, and I came in with a bit of blending as well, and just got that effect. And then I did go in with a pen, an alcohol marker, just to give some of the snowmen to make them look more curved, like a ball. So I came in with a pen, did some of that as well. So I've done that. So it's slightly different because I've done it on the blue, but you could leave it just like that, or you could colour it in if you did that particular thing. I think I will try and colour a little bit of it in. So I've got, I've got some alcohol pens here, and I think I'm just going to colour some of the scarves in. And I know that the snowmen are blue, but it doesn't really matter, does it? It's just something different to do on a different piece of paper colour. So just do a couple of them with their green stripes and their green coloured hat. There we go. I'm going to do some with red as well. So we'll do this lot here with some red. So we'll do the stripy scarf. And this one can be red too. There we go. And we'll do some purple, I think. Yeah. So using the fine tip, because there is a brush end to this pen, but for small areas like this, obviously it's more or less common sense, isn't it? You wouldn't use the brush end because it would just go everywhere. So, yep. There we go. Let's see what else we can colour we can find. I have got different green I could use. This is a darker green colour. Let's just maybe pop this one in this colour. I do think it is probably quite nice in the white, but it was just to try it to see what it would look like. And let's do this one in the green. well, and I'll do that one at the front in a different colour. Go. Let's just use this pink colour, which is quite similar to the red, but it is actually pink. But who knows, it might come out up a different colour on the blue, that's the thing. There we go. There we go. And then what I did was I popped some blue, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this grey. It was just to pop a little bit of shadow onto the snowman's tummy, and give it a little bit of shadow around there, like so. Might be better just using that colour, that end even. No. So it's just to give a little bit of shadow, because obviously there is a little bit of shadow. Create a little bit of shadow, not too much. We can kind of dull this down here a bit anyway, so yeah, just to add a bit of, as if it's a round, well, we know it's a round snowman, but it's just to add a little bit of texture and movement to it, like so. And then I took I have this glitter type pen, which I took over it as well, just to give the snowman a bit of glitter. I think this is running out. It's because I use it quite a lot, so probably is running out, you know. Need to get a new one. Came up, yep. That's better. It's coming out now. Wasn't coming out so much before. So it's just to add a little bit of extra bling and texture to each of the snowmen. And once it dries, you'll see it does make a difference. Might not look like much at the minute, but it does, definitely does. So pop that on. And then I had this orange. Now this pen isn't in a very good state, but it seems to work, so I need to get my orange nose on them. There we go. And then I'm still going to come in with some of the blue, I think, on a brush. So I have actually probably got some blue on this one. So I'll take that away and see if I can still, yeah, I've still got a little bit of blue that I can add just to make the sky look a bit more realistic. And go round, you can go right round the whole thing, just putting a little bit of blue, or if you want, yeah, I'd put blue, definitely blue, because it is blue sky we've got, isn't it? So put that around. You could put a deeper blue if you wanted. I might just try some. No, I don't have that on the table. That's fine. So the next thing I did with the white one was I got some of these Glossy Accents and I popped some areas. So I popped a wee bit on here on the dots, which are snow, and it decides to pop out. I might have to just poke that with my pokey tool because it's not coming out at the minute. Let's just give it a wee poke. It's just, let's see if this will come out now. Yep. So just pop a piece on each or on every other one. And then I popped it on their buttons on their chests. It's not coming out again. It's better. So just pop on there. Uh-oh. Oh, I've had a bit of a splurge there. That's not right. I must have poked it through the side. That's not so good. Just dot all the buttons like that, and any other bit that you want to stand out. So I think I did their noses as well, like that. So that just gives it a bit of a shine, and it helps it to stand out as well. And I think the last thing that I did was I primed my glitter pen as much as I could. So by priming it, it's got a bit on it that says press, so you could just press that and then a few times. Hopefully it's not too tight, and then it should come out. Yep. And then if you move anything that you don't want splatted away, and then if I do want to splat this bit, so I'm going to use a ink block and I'm going to hold the pen at the end, and I'm just going to splat and let it kind of dangle over and splat against here, and that gives you a really nice splatter, like so. And that is basically the card done. So let me know which one you prefer, if you prefer the white or the blue, if you like this technique. Just dry this off. And then we can pop this onto the card front and see what I mean by move things out the way, so we can still use this but turn it onto the front like so. So that is obviously wet, so I'm not going to actually physically stick it on, but that's what it would look like when it was actually finished. And I say I will put musical notes on it because I want it to look like it was a choir of snowmen singing. And then yeah, I'll put it on social media to see the finished card. So if you want to follow me on social media, it's Handmade by Shirley on Facebook and at handmade_by_Shirley on Instagram. And you can follow me there, and you'll more than likely see all of my creations. And thank you for watching again, and I hope you've enjoyed this particular technique. Please let me know if you have, and which one you prefer, if you prefer the white one or the blue one. And thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon. Bye for now.